Outside of the movement phase, luck can change a winner from a loser or a loser to a winner, and you can't control luck. The movement phase is where you get to control where luck is applied. I highly recommend that you start playing movement team instead of kill team. Hello everybody, Glass Half Dead here, and why you have to play Tyranids and Tau. Alternative title, of course, would be How to Win Kill Team Without Killing, or just, how to get better at Kill Team. Pick one of those three and that is the title. I decided to go with why you have to play Tyranids because nobody really talks about Tyranids online anymore, so I'm going to rep them a little bit. This is going to be a video explaining to you why you don't need to kill things to be good at Kill Team and why everyone should play these specifically so that you can get better at Kill Team. Why only these two teams? Why specifically Tyranids and specifically Tau? What do they have that no other team does? Well, before I tell you exactly why, the first thing you have to know is that if you are a subscriber to my channel, I would like to give you a big double hello. That was a pretty cool sound, wasn't it? Feels pretty good to know that somebody out there cares about you. So if you want your own double hello in the next video, all you have to do is subscribe, like, leave a comment, and that double hello can be yours as well. If you're poking around online at the moment, you're mainly going to be hearing that Tau absolutely dominate. Tyranids, however, are nowhere to be seen. They can still hold their own at 100, but at 125 hold kill, nobody wants to play Tyranids. They don't really work as big bugs, they're too easy to kill. They don't really work as small bugs anymore because they die too easily, so you lose on victory points. Also, Tyranid warriors are huge and can never be hidden, and they can be sniped from afar, and then your team pretty much just falls apart. So why do you have to play Tyranids? And why do you have to play them in the same way you have to play Tau? Interesting. Well, allow me to tell you on the beauty of an 8-inch move when you're a very cheap points cost model. Let's look at the Tau drones first. Now I have an array of drones here, but specifically I'm going to be selling you on playing the shield drone. Not the gun drone, not the recon drone, although you would of course have a recon drone in the list, why wouldn't you? But specifically the shield drone. Now, some people may look at the drones and say, oh well, gun drones, they're still strength 5, 4 shots, potential of 2 injury rolls. They're not bad at killing. If you have enough, you're actually pretty good at getting models killed. Well, that is true, but we're not going to be looking at the gun drone. Only the shield drone. The point of this video is to teach you that you do not need to kill to win the game. I'm not saying you shouldn't kill, you shouldn't take something else that can kill, but to get better at this game, you have to understand that killing is not mandatory. And the reason I'm saying you should go with the shield drone here isn't because it can't kill anything. It does technically have a melee attack, but it's because when you hear shield drone and you look at the special ability it has, which is feel no pain, invuln save, etc., you instantly know that it is not there to kill. Its intuitive role, as is clearly shown in the datasheet, is purely to move and to stay alive. Well, that's great, but why do you have to play kill team with them? So let's talk about the Hormigant. The Hormigant, you may be tempted to look at a nice 4-point model, very fast. It's going to die, but you don't care about its low leadership because of course you're going to have a Tyranid warrior within 12 inches of it. And it has 2 attacks. Okay, now maybe that's sounding a bit better for you because you can have 2 of them, 8 points, to 1 shield drone, 7 points. Now you're getting 4 attacks here. That doesn't sound terrible. It sounds almost like you could charge in and expect these guys to get kills. Well, let me tell you, you are very, very wrong. Hormigants are not taken to get kills, ever. If you want to get kills, do not take Hormigants. I promise you, you won't get them. If they happen to be up against a T3 army, and that T3 army has only a 5-up save, maybe you can get an accidental kill or 2, but you do not take them for that. Hormigants are taken for the same reason you take shield drones. The fast movement, the cheap points cost. Okay, that's it actually, just the 2 reasons. Yeah, that's enough. So when you're building these lists with your 7-point drones and your 4-point Hormigants, you want to start with a base of 10, okay? 10 Hormigants, 10 shield drones. It's going to be 70 points here, 40 points here. For the Tau, go and add in a few rail rifles. They can get a few kills, etc, etc. You're fine. It's a very simple list. For the Tyranids, Add in 2 more Hormagaunts, and then 2 Tyranid warriors, and then maybe a Gene Stealer or 2. Now, these are 2 very good 100-point lists, but how are you playing them? I've just told you, Hormagaunts are useless and can't get kills, as are shield drones. So why am I saying that every single person has to play these lists? To put it simply, until you accept that killing isn't mandatory in Kill Team, you aren't really playing Kill Team. Kill Team is won and lost in one phase. It's not the fight phase, it's not the shooting phase, it's the movement phase. The movement phase is where the game is really played. Everything outside of that is just rolling dice. What happens, happens. It's the movement phase where things really get interesting and you really show player skill. And these 2 teams that you've just created excel in the movement phase. They're fast and you have a lot of bodies, so you can make a lot of choices. You have enough models to tie up enemy models with charges. You also have enough models to hold points even though your individual units are very weak and cannot kill things. At 100 points, these kind of lists can completely dominate the enemy without getting a single kill. And the reason that you have to play them is to understand how that works, and then take those concepts and apply them to the faction you actually want to play. The way you need to play this list is to accept that these models are expendable. They are a resource to be spent within the game. You do not care if a single Hormagaunt dies a turn. That is an amazing trade. If the enemy has an incredibly powerful, guaranteed to kill your models every turn, Terminator, or Vanguard Veteran, or Heavy Intercessor, and you charge it with a single Hormagaunt, your 4 points has tied up their 20 plus points for a turn. You can make that trade every single turn. These lists are here to teach you that your units are resources, how to play in the movement phase and forget about the shooting and the fight phase, and then this style of play and these 2 lists are here specifically to teach you that everything on the board is a resource, and that's how you should think of them, nothing else. And that the game is entirely 100% won and lost in the movement phase. Outside of the movement phase, it's luck. Outside of the movement phase, luck can change a winner from a loser or a loser to a winner, and you can't control luck. The movement phase is where you get to control where luck is applied. So here's a challenge to yourself. Once lockdown ends and you can get out and play a game, take one of these 2 lists and challenge yourself to not make a single attack and learn how to win the game. I promise you, it can be done. And once you accept that and realize how the game can be played purely in the movement phase, you can take the same lessons and apply it to any faction you're playing. I like Grey Knights. They're very killy. But if you don't play them properly in the movement phase, their killiness doesn't matter. They will just be wiped off the board. And perhaps if you're a competitive player and you really want to push things to the limit, you can take these lessons about how movement works and re-look at every model in the game and stop looking at can things kill. Look at how fast can they move, how durable are they, how many points cost are they, can they also kill after those 3 things. A lot of people find it hard to realise why Azayani, a relatively fragile team, can be so top tier. Well, once you have figured out what these guys can do, you can also realise how the simple Guardian Defender plays. And then also why a Howling Banshee, which can lock down enemies and stop them from doing anything, is also so effective. I highly recommend that you start playing Movement Team instead of Kill Team. Okay everybody, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope this isn't the first time you've heard about this, because if it is, then clearly people online haven't been doing a particularly good job of telling you how to actually play the game and win Kill Team, because this is how. If you don't know this, these are the fundamentals. Any sort of learning to play guide has to include this is how you play the game. And if you've made it this far and think this was good content, then I'd highly encourage you to drop a subscribe and a like. But of course, if you've made it this far, that means you get a triple hello. Wasn't that nice? Yes, it was. But seriously, if you made it to the end of the video, that's super helpful to my channel. Thank you very much. All of your support is appreciated. I do have a new Facebook group, I do have a Discord, and I do have a Patreon. Consider checking all of them out. I do slightly different things in each one. Facebook is going to have more pictures. Discord is more of a chat with a general community. And Patreon gets most of my videos a little bit early. Plus, if you're in Discord, your name can have a pretty colour, which is definitely worth the money, of course. Anyway, everybody, this has been Glass Half Dead, and I'm excited to get back into some competitive kill team. My 1,000 Suns just over there, off camera, are ready to take me to LVO or LGT or SoCal, whatever the next big tournament I end up actually playing in is. I hope you've had a good day and continue to have a good day. Goodbye.